Hello, my friends and history buffs. Welcome to join me on this sixth episode of the 50 Chinese old sayings with Michael. My name is Michael Lu. How are you guys doing today? For today's old saying, it is when the lips are gone, the teeth chill. Again, when the lips are gone, the teeth chill. In Chinese, it's 唇亡齿寒. Again, 唇亡齿寒. This old saying is basically used as an advice or a warning to someone who is thinking about abandoning a friend or an ally. This is the story about the Jin state. As the second great power during the East Chao dynasty that came about after the Qi state had lost its status as the first great power. We have talked about the Qi state in our fourth and fifth episodes. The Jin state is in the early days of West Chao dynasty around 700 BC had been granted the Marquis title, with its territory located in the north of Yellow River in the province of Shanxi nowadays. But one day in the year 745 BC, the Jin state's ruler, the Jin Jiao Marquis, had bestowed the city of Chifu, as well as the farmland around it and peasants as serfs working on it, to one of his uncles, Uncle Huan. But the problem was that the sizes of the land grant and of the people connected to Chifu were so much larger than those of the Yi city, the then capital city of the Jin state, which was a violation of the Chao etiquette rule prohibiting a low-class nobility to enjoy anything better than his master of higher nobility ranking. As the years had gone by, Uncle Huan was getting stronger and stronger until one day he put his ambition into reality by launching attacks on his nephew, which had started the 70 years vendetta between the two cities until the city of Chifu finally replaced the city Yi to become the ultimate ruler of the Jin state in 778 BC. And Jin Wu Duke was the first Chifu ruler to control the entire Jin state. During this entire time, the Chao emperor had always sided with the Yi city nobility to have summoned all the forces that he could possibly put together trying to help the Yi city fend off the attacks from Chifu. And one such powerful group of force came from the Kuo state in the south of the Jin state, which, although smaller in its size, had been hostile to the Jin Wu Duke even after his becoming the Jin state's only legitimate ruler. And due to this reason, both states had been constantly butting heads with one another. Following the Jin Wu Duke, his son, Jin Shen Duke, had come about as the Jin state's new ruler, who was even more effective than his dad, expanding the Jin state's territory. And during his lifetime, he had been known to have wiped out and annexed 37 other vassal states until 661 BC. He had determined that it was the Kuo state's turn to join the big Jin family. But the problem was that the Kuo state was in alliance with its neighboring state, the You state. While the Jin state's troops could not reach the Kuo state unless otherwise going through the You state, and that was an issue that the Jin Shen Duke had to resolve first. One day his top advisor, Shanxi, suggested giving their best horses and jade artifacts to the Yu Duke in exchange for his permission to allow Jin State troops passing through the Yu State to reach to the Quo State. But Jinsei Duke was not so sure about that because he happened to have learned that the Yu State's top advisor, Gong Qiji, would try hard to stop the Yu Duke from doing anything stupid. Not to mention that the Jinsei Duke himself was still stingy about giving the horses and jade artifacts away. But Sanxi persisted by saying, firstly, the Yu Duke was such a horse and jade enthusiast that there was no way he could have turned them down, and secondly, since the Yu State itself will be our secondary target after we are done with the Quo State, we sure can take everything back eventually, so that we're only lending everything to them temporarily. To which the Jinsei Duke finally agreed. So that later on, the Jin State's emissary took all of the valuable gifts with him to visit the Yu Duke, saying, "These horses and jade artifacts only represent our good faith to borrow access from the Yu State to reach the Quo State, with which our master Jinsei State intends to reach to get even for what they had done to the Jin State previously. It will be a quick move, and we promise that nothing bad will come to the Yu State," to which the Yu Duke agreed and accepted everything, over Gong Qiji's objection, to which the Yu Duke simply had turned a deaf ear. While Gong Qiji commented secretly with his colleagues, saying, "We will soon not be able to attend Yu State's ancestor worshipping ceremonies," shaking his head sadly, sighing, when saying this famous old saying, "Once the lips are gone, the teeth chill." Just as a footnote, he was predicting that since the Yu State would soon perish, there would no longer be any state-level ceremonies held to worship the Yu Duke's ancestors anymore. Gong Qiji then quit his job and fled the country. After being allowed to pass through the Yu State, the Jin State had immediately started the military campaign against the Quo State for the first time, while the Quo State was caught by surprise and was defeated, although not yet completely vanquished. Meanwhile, the Yu Duke continued enjoying his new experiences with the fine horses and the jade artifacts, thinking that the Yu State and the Jin State were allies and the Quo State couldn't do anything about it. 3 years later, the Jin State resumed its military campaign to destroy and annex the Quo State, which it succeeded this time. But much to the Yu Duke's surprise, the Jin did the same thing to the Yu State on its way back from the Quo State, having the Yu State being annexed and merged into the Jin State, only quicker and easier. However, the Yu State got better treatments because the Yu people were allowed to keep their royal shrines and to continue worshipping their ancestors. Also, the Jin State also had kept the Yu Duke alive, but only as a male human dowry to work as a male slave next time when the Jin State was to marry one of its princesses to the prince of another vassal state of the Chao Empire. One more thing to know, the Jin State also took back everything, the horses and the jade artifacts, from the Yu Duke, who no longer had the chances to enjoy the pleasure anymore. Hey guys, this wraps up today's episode of the 50 Chinese Old Sayings. When the lips are gone, the teeth chill. Again, when the lips are gone, the teeth chill. In Chinese, it's 唇亡齿寒. And again, 唇亡齿寒. Many thanks for you to join in and listen to this episode of the 50 Chinese Old Sayings with Michael. And until next time, I wish you all the best. Goodbye and have a nice day.